Hello and welcome back to Daybound. Today we're gonna head back to my home and work a bit more on my farm area. But before we do that, there's something super important that I forgot to do with that mini game that we built in the last episode. I promised a celebratory event would happen when the game is beat. And I completely forgot to do it, so let's start working on that. And the first part of any celebration is, of course, the music. So to write a song, you start with a beat. Then you tune the note blocks. And then you add the fireworks. And now we can fully celebrate the player's victory. So now that this issue has been dealt with, we can finally start working on the farmland area around here. And the first thing that I want to build is, of course, a barn. Any farm needs a barn, and I don't have one yet. So let's start building this. So that is the barn, but you might notice something a bit strange. If we head inside, it's even more obvious. It has no walls because I've struggled a bit with the walls. I really want to make like one of those classic big red barns, but if I used, for example, terracotta, it looks a bit bland and all of the same, so I thought I'd use a bit of concrete here and there to kind of replicate the effect that the horizontal planks would have. Only problem is, I really don't like that. This does not look good to me. So I decided that I would use wood. Only problem is we do not have any red wood yet, so I have to pick the next best thing, which is either crimson wood, which I'm not a big fan of considering, well, first, the color itself, I don't really like it all that much, and the difference between the planks and the logs, the strip logs here, it really doesn't look that good. So my other choice was, of course, to use acacia wood. It's the best wood, so of course I had to use it, and it works super great with that project. I really like how the barn looks. Let's look at it from other angles, just cause, yes, I love it. It's perfect. Awesome. Only one little problem. I'm not sure what to put inside the barn. Okay, I have to make a bit of a confession here. I really don't know anything about barns. What do you put inside a barn? Is it the animals? Is it like, I don't know, storage for your tools and your farm vehicles, whose name I forgot? Yeah, what do you do? What do you use barns for? Please write it down in the comments. I'm gonna make a Google research, of course. But if you have any suggestions for stuff I could put in here, it would really help me out. I'm completely ignorant on that side. But let's move on to another project. There's something else super important that's been missing here since I settled here. I don't have a nether portal. And one of the reasons why I don't have a nether portal is that I never have any idea how to build them. Well, no, I know how to build them, but like how to design them, what to make my nether portal like. And yesterday night I had the perfect plan. I was just looking around trying to find a place to put it, and I'm gonna put the nether portal right there in that little cliff, and it's gonna be behind a waterfall. So I'm gonna start working on that. I think I'm gonna, well, as you notice, there's no waterfall, there's no river, there's nothing here, so it's gonna be a bit of a landscaping job. So I'm gonna try and do it in a third-person time-lapse, like make a little river here, have a little pond, maybe, yeah, here would be perfect. So yeah, I'm gonna try and do it in any third-person time-lapse. I never do landscaping in time lapses, but I have to try it once in a while. And that is the pond, and well, looking at it from up here, it kind of feels like it's a bit too much. I don't know if you get that same feeling, but too many colors, too many plants. I don't know. Like I really never know how to make like natural features like that, how to make them look good. So I always end up just throwing plants and more plants at them. And yeah, I'm not sure if I actually like it now, but anyway, maybe I should just build some more like artificial stuff, like a bench and a swing set maybe, or maybe just rocks. Like adding in rocks would look so much. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. But that's a plan for the future. I'm not gonna work on it now. Now let's just head down and follow the river downstream. So we can see we have a little waterfall here, and I also added a path. I built the path off camera because I completely forgot to turn on replay mod. Yeah, I'm having one of those days. But yeah, that's the path. It connects to the house. And I also wanted to put a little tree here just to make just to justify the fact that the path curves outwards. And yeah, I thought I'm gonna put an azalea tree, and I really regret my choice. Never noticed it until now, but holy cow, these trees are horrible. They're bad trees. They do not look good. They really don't. So I'm gonna have to hire someone to build a custom tree because I don't do custom trees. I just don't. So I'm gonna throw diamonds towards someone who's gonna be willing to make something that look pretty. Not sure who yet. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be able to hire some very, very talented builders from the server. But now let's head down to the waterfall, because as you already know, because I did mention it earlier, that's the whole goal of this place. This is gonna be, this is meant to hide my nether portal, and I do not have a flint and steel. Okay, good. I got one in my ender chest. So let's head on the other side just to see what we're gonna have to deal with. And I'm gonna grab a potion of fire resist just in case. And of course, it's a crimson forest. Really, what did I expect? I really don't know what I expected. It wouldn't connect to like the hub that we have, or the tunnels that we have already. Okay, that was stupid, so let's just head back, find a way, another way into the nether, and place a portal in the right spot. That's a lot better. Now people are gonna be able to come to my home, and that's pretty good because I attempted something in order to attract people, to get people to come here and fix the tree. I threw some money in the tree. Hasn't worked yet, but I didn't tell anyone that I threw money in that tree. So once I tell them, I guess it's gonna happen. I also did the same thing for that tree back here. I think it's kind of ugly. I don't really hate those big oak trees, but I don't know, getting an actual custom tree would be very cool. Also, I worked on the inside of the barn. I did some research, and turns out, yes, barns are for storage and to like house animals. That makes a lot of sense. So yeah, I made a little hole so that the sheep can come in. They never do, but they can if they want to. So, speaking of housing animals, there's one last thing that I want to work on today. I want to build an apiary. So I have this little area selected here, and well, in case you don't know, an apiary is a bee farm, and I did some research. I really wasn't inspired in any way on like what do apiaries look like, and you want to know what they look like? Let's head over there. I got the perfect spot to show you what an actual real life bee farm looks like. Take a look at that. That's it. They're just like boxes in the woods. That's an apiary. So yeah, I just have to make something else because that's not good enough. So I have a build idea. I'm gonna build it right away. So this is the completely unrealistic apiary that I came up with. So if we head inside, we can see where the bees are gonna live. So they have some pretty red flowers. The beehives are gonna be here instead of those two dirt blocks. It's just easier to show if there are no actual bees inside of it, because yeah, they tend to get in the way and they try to run away and all of that stuff. They're pretty annoying. So we got some barrels here and on the other side where I'll get to collect all the things that this little farm is gonna produce. So if we head inside just to see how it works, super simple design made by someone named Gecko. There's gonna be a link in the description below. It's the same basic farm that I used in season 3 of Ripple, but yeah, it's a comparator that reads the signal. Like behind this block is gonna be the beehive. The comparator reads the signal from that beehive. There's a redstone line 5 blocks long, so when the beehive is full, it powers this dispenser and it collects the things that I need. Very simple, very easy to make. Also it's tileable, so it's even cooler. I didn't make it tileable, but it is in case you want to. I just added a little system here just to detect if there are any overflow and to log the farm if it produces too much, or if it produces more than I use. Basically, if it gets full, it will lock the farm so I don't waste anything. So yeah, that's the apiary. The only thing that I don't really like is that part here. At first I wanted to make kind of a big silo here, but I'm not too sure about that. So if you have any suggestions, please write them down in the comments below. I'll be super happy to read them. But on that note, that's gonna be it for the episode today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, click on that like, and if you did not, click on the dislike button. It makes me happy either way. Thank you so much for watching. In the next episode, we will go back to the games area where I'm gonna build another mini game. This one's gonna be super cool, a kind of a competitive game. I don't want to spoil too much, but yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. So thank you so much for watching and have a fantastic day.